Ladies and gentlemen, the sixth session of the competition of the 10th World Kungfu Championships is about to commence. Please welcome the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me introduce the technical officials. Chair of Jury of Appeals, Chen. Members, Wen, Marcus Alvey, Luke Benza. A technical delegate, Jin Xiaobi. Chief Referee, Lin Xiaomei. Assistant Chief Referee, 高楚兰、邵兆仪。The Court One, Head Judge, 彭丽丽。Assistant Head Judge, Sonia Guidino. Judge number 1, 林旭。Judge number 2, 朱奋发。Judge number 3, 赵伟。Judge number 4, 吕福祥。Judge number 5, 丁雷。The Court 2, Head Judge, 邵英坚。Assistant Head Judge, 高凌鑫。Judge number 1, 于淼。Judge number 2, 叶细燕。Judge number 3, 秦明路。Judge number 4, 李辉。Judge number 5, Zachar Yadenjono. The Court 3, Head Judge, 沈建英。Assistant Head Judge, 李丽。Judge number 1, 刘振华。Judge number 2, 邱慧芳。Judge number 3, 周斌。Judge number 4, 徐曼。Judge number 5, 王怡。Ladies and gentlemen, next goes women's single weapon routines, Chen style Taijijian, Group D. Please welcome the athletes. Athletes, please march out. Judges, please be seated.
Athlete number 2 and number 3, please enter the arena.
Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I nice and loud and clear? Can you hear this? Hello? Let's hope so. And let's see here. And good afternoon. And here we are again at the 10th World Kungfu Championships at Emeishan, China. And today is Sunday, October 19th. This is the final afternoon for the competition, and it started on Friday, all day Saturday, and all day today. The World Kungfu Championships are the grand slam of Kung Fu in this planet because it is the largest Kung Fu competition in the world. There's some 4,000 competitors here from almost 60 different countries, and just on this floor alone there are 10 competition areas and there's 3 floors. So this is one very large competition. And we're just starting the afternoon out here, and this is the first pair. This is Chen style Taijijian, Jian being sword, single weapon routine. And as you can see, this is a women's division. My name is Greg Brundage, and I've been a writer with Kung Fu Taiji magazine in California since 2008. And that's www.kungfumagazine.com. And let's see. I've also been training in WUSHU Kung Fu since 1972. So I've been in this a long time. However, I have not really worked with weapons. Fortunately, I have a master sitting right next to me who's the sportscaster for the Chinese version of this. And from time to time, I can grab his attention and try to get some little bit of extra information. In any case, for some reason, during the past 2.5 days, I've been anticipating the scores and the results very closely. Why? Well, the rules apply to all different forms, both weapons and barehanded. And there are certain norms that are expected in terms of continuity of movement. Now, this is traditional Kung Fu, which means that the criteria for fulfilling the complete form are quite objective. There are mandatory movements and stances that they want to see, but there's also a time limit. Now, some of the forms take longer than 3 minutes, so they do abbreviate some of the forms. And get ready for some action because it has been an exciting couple of days. These first two up here, Irina Savaleya, and she's from, well, it's designated as AIN, which is Neutral Independent Countries.
Final goal after number 2 is 8.66. Number 3 is 8.59.
Okay, Great Britain, Mirsini, 8.66, okay. Anything over 8.5 is considered a superior performance. Okay. And the next two up, we have Elizaveta Smirnova, and she's doing Chen style. She also is designated as AIN, Neutral Independent Countries. Okay, and the other person doing forms is from Hong Kong, Gan Ka Wing. again, this is Chen style Taijijian, with Jian meaning sword. Now, if you've been watching for the past couple days, you'll know I do run through the rule system just so you have some idea of how the scoring works. And I'll do that again in just a moment. Okay. Actually, I found out the AIN designated competitor here is not Elizaveta, it is Anastasia Kadenova. The schedules do change from time to time. Many of these competitors are in different categories, and sometimes they're competing in another area. Sometimes their team has to leave because they have an airplane or something like that. Anyway, the schedules do change. And we have from Hong Kong, Gang Ka Wing, and from a neutral independent country, Anastasia Kadenova, doing Chen style Taijijian. Very, very fluid and nicely done. Both of these are excellent. Just in case you're curious, the judges, for the most part, I strongly suspect, went to martial arts schools and even sports universities with martial art master's degree programs.
The final score of athlete number 4 is 8.76. The number 5 is 8.90. Athletes, please enter the arena.
Okay, Anastasia got an 8.9. That's a very good score. And these two ladies now, we have Kwak Wai Mong, and she is from Macau, China. And the other, I believe, is from Georgia, Nino Chikaladze. Okay, now Nino Chikaladze is doing an IWUF new China style Taiji compulsory routine. As a general rule, this is traditional Kung Fu. However, IWUF, International WUSHU Federation, and the Chinese WUSHU Association are sponsoring this, so I suspect our form will be just fine. I seem to have 2 of these for this afternoon. You have the afternoon one? You both have it. Okay. Fluidity, continuity of movement. Because this is a Taijijian, you know that a meditative, calm mind, harmony of breath and movement, relaxation, these are key elements. Plus, of course, knowing the forms and not making mistakes.
The final score of athlete number 6 is 8.88. Number 7 is 8.66. The athlete please enter the arena.
Okay, 8.88 is a superior score. Both of them are above 8.5. Both of them are superior. And up next, I believe, is Lisa Charmaine Maria Muresu. Ah, yes, and she's from the Netherlands. Again, this is Chen style Taijijian women single weapon routine. As mentioned before, because this is traditional Kung Fu and not new styles, techniques have to be standardized. They need the main content and techniques of that specific style, highlighting the technical characteristics of the style and individual performing style. Power has to be smooth, accurate, coordinated. Performers have to show strength and methods of the style. The eyes, hands, torso techniques and steps must be perfectly coordinated with the weapons and the whole body. Rhythm as appropriate, energy focus, proficient techniques, reasonable rhythm of movement, clear sense of attacking and defending. Remember, this is a martial art competition, not a dance competition. Every movement of every single part of the body must be coordinated for an attack, defense, or other strategic purposes. Balance, of course, is critical. Movements have to be standardized, soft, and natural. And it says in the rules, concentration is evident. Smooth breathing. Mind is peaceful. The style outstanding. Okay, now that's most generally speaking the good of what they want to see. And then there are the deductions. Now remember, you start basically at 10. As long as you stay perfect all the way through, there you go. I haven't seen a 10 yet. Well, I've seen some. Well, maybe I have, but nobody's gotten full points yet that I've seen. The judges have a very discerning eye. Let's see, deductions, forgetting, 0.1, forget one move, out of bounds, 0.1, deduction, loss of balance, sway, shuffle, skip, deduction, 0.1, weapon clothing affects movements, deduction, 0.1, deformed weapon, deduction, 0.1. Okay, that was very nicely done. Okay. And they don't have her name up there. I believe that was Lisa Charmaine Marie Mureso. Okay. And I believe, yes. Next to our Ukraine and Malaysia, representing Ukraine is Maria Kolesnik. And from Malaysia, we have Chi Ching Ting. Fairly easy to guess who's who in this case. And you can see the fluidity. A really good Taiji person, weapon or not, it looks almost like they're in very thick water or something. It's just surreally slow. Some things don't change, and my first Kung Fu teachers back in the early 70s said if you can do it well slow, you could do it great fast. And they insisted on getting good technique first. Tai Chi is all about good technique. So the balance involved in this is a little more difficult than one might assume. Generally speaking, the attacks fit into either thrusts or cuts. Cuts usually being vertical or horizontal, or diagonal. Occasionally, two competitors do get more or less synchronized. This is not through any deliberate action, but they're doing the same form. However, in almost all cases, they have different teachers, and there are variations depending on who your teacher is. So they're usually not synchronized. Not exactly. Even the slightest wobble there, deduction, but I didn't see one. Well, some people who are not familiar with Tai Chi might think, oh, this is ridiculous. What does this have to do with real fighting? Real fighting is so much different. Well, let me tell you, not really. About 10 years ago, I trained for a few months with the Sanda team at Shircha High Sports School in Beijing, which is where their national teams train. And several of those Sanda guys said, you know, because I asked many of them, what's your preferred style of Wushu Kung Fu? And several of them said Taiji. Why? Superior strategies. Every defense is a simultaneous attack. Every attack is defense built into it. You don't meet force with force. Taiji is a strategic art. You could call it the chess of martial arts. Very excellently done. Do not envy the judges.
Final score of athlete number 1 is 8.63. Number 2 is 8.53. Athletes number 3 and number 4, please enter the arena.
Ah, very good. Thank you. That is helpful. Okay. Brazil and Canada. Brazilian contestant here. Oh, Ketima Nakemi Valentim Uemoto. And from Canada, Elaine Yan Hong Ho. I believe this is the Brazilian contestant. And Brazil is a great team here. There are many great teams here, I have to say. I can't even begin to try to list them because there are many great teams from different countries. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, pretty much Africa, pretty much everywhere. A slight wobble there over there on the left, you might have seen it. Very nicely done. Very, very well done. Again, really good job. Both these ladies are great. All of the competitors I've seen in the Taiji have been really wonderful.
Number 4 is 8.36. Athletes, please enter.
Okay, from Hong Kong and Brunei. All right. And from Hong Kong, we have Aoyang Puye. And from Brunei, Guat Liang Ang. And if you're just tuning in, this is the women's single weapon routine, 42 posture, Taijijian, and this is group D. Okay, and Jian means sword in Chinese. And this is all happening at the 10th World Kungfu Championships held here in Emeishan, that's Sichuan province, China. What is Sichuan province famous for? Spicy food. Everyone in China, you say Sichuan, they start to get hungry. Food here is just wonderful, I gotta say. Been here, this is the third day, fourth day. It's a beautiful mountainous area. Mount Emeishan is famous for a number of reasons. One being that the first Buddhist temple in China was built here. And so Emeishan is considered by many to be a holy mountain. And it has a number of unusual characteristics. The city itself has a forest coverage of 64% and enjoys a subtropical humid monsoon climate. But because we're most of the way up a mountain, between 800 to 1500 meters, a little cooler than the lowlands, and I must say the air here is wonderful. The air smells sweet. It's a peaceful place. Population is just a little less than 500,000, and it has like a commonly known as the most scenic wonder under the heavens. Okay, with 8,600 cultural and tourism resources, makes it very special, and at the top of the tourist city list of China. It's also a UNESCO World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site. I mean, that's how special the city is. Wow. And if any of the men watching this are a little bit jealous of women's kicking ability, the way they can lift a leg so high, there's a reason for that. Women are simply built anatomically better for kicking than men.
Number 5 is 8.83. The number 6 is 8.66. Athlete, please enter the arena.
Okay, 8.83 was Aoyang Pei Wei. And I believe that's the highest score in this division so far. Okay, final coming up. There's just one more contender in this group, and that is Chen Opil. And she is from Hong Kong, China. Ah yes, women's hips are built better than men's for kicking. Why is that? Because they're wider. Facilitates childbirth. It's one of those dimorphism things. Oh. I have to say it is entertaining walking around the different halls because you will see children and you'll see people that look like they're in their 80s and 90s doing precisely the same thing. Not just this, but every kind of Kung Fu you can possibly imagine. And this competition has a really broad range of styles. Probably more southern styles than most people ever heard of. Although most people who are into Chinese martial arts know there is a fan art. Not everybody knows that. Yes, you know, the ladies' fan that they used to use to keep themselves cool. Now there is an advanced martial art for that. Well, this is a 42 position Taijijian group. It's kind of nice to have them numbered like that. For the judges, I'm sure that keeps things simplified. Because as mentioned before, there are different versions of many of the traditional routines.
The final score is 8.65.
8.65. Okay. So it looks as though Ao Yong Pui Yue with her 8.83 is probably number one in this group. And she's from Hong Kong, China. Huh? That was a very fast transition. And okay, women's single, other Taiji weapon. Okay, here we go. We're on page 2 right now. This is group 3. One of these ladies is from Austria, Bethany K. Endicott, and the other's from Poland, Anna Marie Kubiak. Bethany Endicott is doing the 32 position Taijijian, and Anna Marie Kubiak the Yang style Taijijian. Australia and Poland. It is interesting, many people, you know, they think of Australia, they think of, well, it's in the east, right? And yeah, that's true, it is, but also remember it's in the southern hemisphere. So although it's autumn here, it's springtime in Australia. Very nice, very precise. But actually the weather's probably about the same. Spring and autumn tend to be rather similar. Though we've been very lucky with the weather here. It's been just deliciously cool. Partly sunny, partly cloudy. It's been really very nice. Ah. Notice things like they switch hands. You don't even barely see it, but they do. Again, when you're watching this, think about the applications in terms of defense and attack. You will often see where they beat down on an opponent's weapon leading into an attack. Another thing to pay attention to is extension. Done properly, you'll find quite full extension. Some people when they're training, or even when they're performing, sometimes they are in a hurry. It's hard to believe with an art like this, but yeah. Okay, both of those again were just beautifully done. Excellent job.
Final score of athlete number 1 is 8.41. Number 2 is 8.67. Athletes number 3 and number 4, please enter.
Okay, number 3, number 4. Number 3 is from Italy. And this is Denise Pasquavaglio from Italia. And number 4, Portugal, Celia Gonçalves. Gonçalves. This is moving meditation. Some great master once said, meditation and movement is 1,000 times better than still meditation. No comment on that. Famous Taiji saying is, use 1 ounce to deflect 1,000 pounds. Never meet force with force. Horizontal slice. Denise from Italy, by the way, she's doing Yang Taijijian, with Jian meaning sword, and Celia Gonçalves from Portugal is doing Taiji Dao. Now, my own Chinese is marginal, and tempted to try to grab the attention of the Chinese master next door. Can you tell me right here, what's the difference between a Jian sword and a Dao sword? What's the difference between a Dao and a Jian?
Jian is sword.
A sword.
Dao is broadsword.
Ah, Dao is broadsword, but
Jian is two blades.
oh, double edge. Ah, Jian is a double-edged sword. I see.
Flying back.
Ah, okay, double-edged sword. Okay, very good. Dao is also knife, though, right?
No. Longer than that.
It's
small Dao.
okay. A small Dao is a knife. Okay, I see. Okay, but Jian is double-edged sword. Okay, that is interesting, useful information, and that is who I call Ma teacher or Ma Lao Shi from Xi'an Sports University. Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. And he is a real master, yeah. And so he's doing the Chinese language sportscasting for this competition. And just one of those FYI things, the Wushu Kung Fu teachers here in China, they usually don't refer to themselves as masters. Maybe some of the really older guys, but just about everyone refers to themselves as teacher. So it'll be the family name and then Lao Shi. So his family name is Ma. Not surprisingly, the Ma family name has a long history with martial arts here in China.
Number 4 is 8.48. Athletes, please enter.
Okay, there was 8.51 for Denise Pascovaglio and 8.48 for Celia Gonçalves. 8.48. Okay. Next up, from France and Macau, China. From France, we have Solimanga, Andrea Manansoa from France, and she'll be doing classic Yang 26 technique style. And from Macau, China, we have Hong Se Fan. And though my conversational Chinese is reasonably okay, I am practically illiterate, so I have to check my notes to see exactly which style she's doing. Let me see.
Young style Tai Chi sword.
Ah, Yang style Tai Chi. Okay. Okay. So Hung Se Fan, Yang style Tai Chi. The exact angle of the sword at every instant is a matter of great concern to coaches and judges. As well as every atom of your anatomy. This is a very precise science. I have a feeling a background in physics would help. Excellent, beautifully done.
The final score of athlete number 5 is 8.56. The number 6 is 8.72. Athletes, please enter.
8.72 is the highest score I've seen so far, so that's Hung Se Fan with the Yang style Tai Chi from Macau, China. Okay, next up we have Kiriti from India and Young Debbie from Hong Kong, China. Okay. Now, Kriti, the lady from India, is doing just basic Taijijian. And remember, the Jian is the double edge. Double-edged sword. Okay. And Young Debbie from Hong Kong, Yang style Taiji. Yes, I can read that now. absolutely beautifully done, in my
Final
opinion.
score of athlete number 7 is 8.34. The number 8 is 8.77. Athlete number 9 and 10, please enter.
Okay, 8.77 is the highest score so far. So, young Debbie from Hong Kong, China is now in the lead. The next two competitors from Spain, Alba Nino Gonzalez, and from the Netherlands, Xixia Gang. They are the last two in this group. Now, if either of them can beat 8.77, they'll get the gold in this. So you can bet they are going to do their best to be absolutely perfect. Spain and the Netherlands. Ah, a fan. Splendid. Yeah, the name of this group is Single Weapon Routine, Other Taiji Weapon. So there can be quite a number of different weapons. There's only like 5 or 6 primary weapons used in Taiji, but a gun. It's spelled G-U-N, but pronounced gun. Usually translated in English as staff. And if you're wondering what fan is called in Chinese, it's shanzi. A formidable weapon indeed. Useful for attack and defense and distraction. And they really are very, very good at snapping that fan open and closed. So Nino Gonzalez fan routine is finished, and Netherlands Xixia Gang.
Final score of athlete number 9 is 8.26. And number 10 is 8.45.
Okay. That is it for this group. I think they both did a great job. I'll tell you, going to any World Championships is a challenge. Okay. And if it's your first time, it's a learning experience. From Brazil, we have Ana Paula Manente Cotet. Oh my God.
Spear.
Ski-
Spear.
Steel?
Spear. Spear.
S-T-E-E-L?
Spear.
Spear. Ah, okay, thank you. Yeah. Spear. Okay. Ah, I could have figured that out. Stupid me. Okay. And this is women's single weapon routine, other routine. So we are going to see quite a variety of weapons in this group. There are 9 individuals. This is lady is from Brazil. Nice crescent kick there. Being able to feed in kicks and punches into these routines, you will see that. Very nicely done. I like the unique styles they have to taper off and finish their
Final
performance.
score is 8.46. Next
Okay.
one, please enter.
051. Okay, from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, China. This is Wang Mang Ting. And this is also spear. Wow, that's a long spear. Wow. That's kind of a dramatic start. Yeah. This is a bit more vigorous. Notice this isn't a Taiji category. So this can be practically any traditional weapon. And beautiful aerial cartwheel there. And you can expect just about anything, as long as it's traditional, which means just about anything. Beautifully done. Nice, powerful.
The final score is 8.70. Next one, please enter.
.70 is pretty good. Anything over 8.5 is considered superior. And next up is Elizaveta Kochetkova. And she is, let's see, under nationality AIN, neutral independent countries. And those with that designation at this competition, I must say, have been uniformly outstanding. Wow. Throwing a spear like that up in the air and then catching it with one hand right at the base. A little harder than you might think. Wow. Very dramatic, very nicely done. Whoa.
The final score is 8.77. The next one, please enter. Next one.
Okay. I believe next up. I'm just going to wait before I speculate on who this is. Oh yeah, Mexico. Marisol Guadalupe Aspuro Bringas. Whoa, flying aerial. Wow, she's very dramatic. Good overall martial arts skills. Flexibility, speed, timing, coordination. Oops, a tiny wobble there. Excellent though. Very nice form. That weapon in English is called a halberd. Very nice. A series of spinning crescent kicks, turning, spinning crescent kicks. Nicely done. Oh, good fighting stance there. And it appears she's finished.
The final score is 8.48. Next one, please enter.
Alrighty, and this is Rushi Kumari from India. Now that is probably called a single dagger. Ah, Bishop,
Final
that is
score
dagger.
8.45. The next one, please enter.
Okay. Next up, I believe, is Beatriz Oliveira from Portugal. Oh, no. I guess she's a no-show. Okay. No-show on Beatriz. No. This is Marta Borromeo from Italy. Nice crescent kick, good high kicks, good skip kick. Marta Borromeo from Italia. Ooh, she does have power and precision. Nice twirling, good defensive movement. And power in her thrust. Primary attack of a spear, of course. Jumping crescent kick there. Beating down on the enemy's spear or sword. Again, these are sophisticated moves. Again, that's a pretty good trick when you pull it with one hand and then
The final
grab it in a different position.
5-0.
5-0. Okay, she just made it in this superior category. And she is ranked number 3. And Almira Garifulina. And he is listed as AIN. Remember, that's neutral independent country. And competing as an individual. Wow, nice series of spinning crescent kicks. Good form on that. Remember, that weapon is called halberd in English. I believe da dao in Chinese. G.
Final score is 8.85.
8.85. Wow. He just knocked everybody else out with the highest
Group number 1,
ranked
Team France, please enter the arena.
highest rank. So it was Almira Garifulina who got the gold medal in that group. Okay, and then from France. Whoa, okay. Group bare hand routines. This is group 5. Well, that was very,
Final
very
score
nicely
of
done.
Team France is 8.71.
This group performance,
Group
by the
number
way,
two,
is called
Team
GT
Romania, please
in
enter the arena.
Chinese. The group routines, GT. And Romania. Wow, that was just great. Beautifully done.
Final score of Team Romania is 8.73. Group number 3, Team Malaya, please enter the arena. ready stage, please enter the arena. Final score of Team United States is 8.63. Group 5, Team China, please enter the arena.
Wow, this is a terrific bunch of group demonstrations here. They're called Group Bare Hand Routines. And I gotta say, they're all just so special and amazing, each in their own way. Absolutely splendidly done.
The final score of Team China is 9.20.
Oh boy, oh
Group
boy, oh
number
boy.
6, Team Australia, please enter the arena.
Team number 6, I believe, Australia. Well, this is easy. This is easy. It looks like they're finished in the other performance areas. So this is like the grand finale. This is court 1, yeah?
Dear international team leaders, attention please. All the team who has participated in the group events, a team leader please come into the hall F to attend the closing ceremony after all the combinations.
The final score of Team Australia is 8.95. final score of Team Turkey is 9.08. Group number 2, Team Georgia, please enter the arena. Group number 2, please enter the arena. Final score of Team Georgia is 8.76. Group number 3, Team Italy, please enter the arena. Final score of Team Italia is 8.70. Group number 4, Team Singapore, please enter the arena. The final score of Team Ukraine is 8.81. Group number 6, Grace, please enter the arena. Final score, Team Brazil is 8.75. Group number 8, Team Egypt, please enter the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of session 6. Judges, please stand up. Judges, please march out. Judges, please march out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the 10th World Kungfu Championships. It's a time to say goodbye. Thanks for your coming. And by the way, each team participating group event is no longer requested to attend the closing ceremony for a while. Thanks very much. See you in the next time.